Hello everyone, and welcome to Albedo project. Have you ever wondered why snow is so bright? And why is charcoal so dark? It all comes down to something we call albedo. Today, we're going to learn what it is, why it matters, and how it's measured. Whenever you switch on a light, you can see what is around you thanks to the light that is reflected off the objects in the room and back into your eyes. Now, the interesting thing about this is that not all of the light is reflected. Some is inevitably absorbed by the object, and then the rest is reflected. Some objects, such as a lump of charcoal, will absorb most of the light incident on them, in other words, the light that hits them, while others, such as a white mug, will reflect most of the light. This is why certain objects can seem brighter or darker to us. Now, if you come across the term albedo, you've probably just come out of a geography class and must be wondering why I'm talking about mugs. The truth is, even our planet Earth itself has an albedo. Lighter surfaces such as deserts and ice caps reflect more of the sunlight that hits them, sending it back out into space, while surfaces such as cities and oceans tend to absorb more of it. Since a significant amount of this light energy becomes heat when absorbed by the Earth, this absorption contributes to the warming of the planet, while the reflection helps to cool it down. Any significant melting of the Earth's ice caps could reduce the albedo of the Earth and may increase global warming. And what can we learn about other planets and asteroids? It turns out, albedo measurements of space objects can give us invaluable clues as to the materials that make up these extraterrestrial surfaces. So, this albedo thing seems important, but how do we measure it? Two key ways. Number one, using satellite imagery. Satellites can carry on board something called multispectral sensors, meaning sensors that detect a broad range of wavelengths of light, which can collect data about the light reflected off the Earth. This data is then processed to account for things such as atmospheric interference, and then it's compared to the light intensity hitting that surface from the sun. These results cover huge areas of land, and so are very useful for climate scientists. The second way to measure albedo is using an albedometer. Now, these consist of two pyranometers. And no, this isn't a dinosaur. It's actually a small device with a little hemisphere of glass which detects incoming radiation, in other words light rays, from the sun. An albedometer has one pyranometer on the top and another on the bottom, and divides the bottom reading by the top reading to get the result for albedo. And note that albedo is therefore always a number between 0 and 1. In fact, surfaces such as grass have an albedo of around 0.25, while an area with fresh snow can have an albedo as high as 0.9. So, what is albedo? It's the reflectivity of a surface, no matter how large or small that surface is. And what is Albedo Project? We are the online home of curiosity, bringing you fascinating topics and explainers. Hit subscribe and check out our other videos to embark on a journey of discovery. See you next time.